Hey guys, SmallFan101 here. I'm sorry that this is the first time I ever made a parter video, other than the top 10 list, which I will make another video soon. Um, I'm sorry that the last video got cut off when I was explaining one of the matches. Uh, there was a lot of stuff on this phone that I'm recording on. The video feed got cut off. So, again, I apologize. I already apologized in the description. Hold on, I gotta center it. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, um, that's the cards for Dominion and Dominion and Money in the Bank tomorrow. Well, I think they just added two matches, so I'll get to that like as soon as I can. Anyways, um, the match I was talking about was the Eli Drake Bram King of the Mountain title match. This match, like the other matches, it was given a couple more minutes, but it was only given eight and a half minutes. I will say, Bram, I think under normal circumstances, if not for the Orlando shooting that morning, and God bless be with them, but if it wasn't for the shooting that morning, I'll bet you Bram would have been more over. He looks like the badass that you don't want to fuck with. Bram's not the greatest wrestler, although I think he could certainly grow into a good wrestler. I think it's just the fact of you mainly whose opponents are. I mean, if Bram was in there with someone like an AJ Styles, he would definitely up his game. But he's not. He's mainly working with mid-card guys. Eli Drake, Eric Young is not the greatest wrestler to work with, and if you're Bram. I don't know. I guess just the guys he's working with. Either it's the guys he's working with, or the fact that he's usually not given enough time in matches, which makes sense. Although I do like his finish being a DDT kind of move, although enhanced. And I do like the name, the Brighter Side of Suffering. Which, knowing Bram, wouldn't it be like the darker side of suffering or something? um. Anyways, the match to me was pretty damn mediocre. First of all, Eli Drake won. What happened was Bram hit the Brighter Side of Suffering. Eli Drake almost immediately rolled out of the ring, so a little bit of no selling there. Drake pulled him put him back in the ring. Eli Drake recovered enough where he hit his finisher, which was like a high knee and a discus clothesline. But I think the thing, it's got a name. I forget the name, but knowing Eli Drake, and I understand having a simple finish like how Kobashi's Kenta Kobashi. Remember the Japanese star? Kenta Kobashi's finishes usually ended up in chops, where he would basically chop the shit out of you until your head was flown off your body. But anyways, so so that's what happened. It was it was a high knee and a discus clothesline, which definitely looked like hell. I'll say that, but a lot of people didn't register the fact that it was his finish because he hasn't used it that often. At least not to my memory. Of course, I haven't been watching in the past 2 months. So what ended up happening was, oh shit. So yeah. Sorry about the my head's kind of like just rolling. And it's nighttime when I recorded this, so I'm slightly tired. So anyways, Eli Drake is your new King of the Mountain champion. Eli Drake's not that bad of a wrestler, and neither is Bram. I just hope they get better opponents. Because they're better than that. Especially on the mic. Bram is like fucking nuts on the mic, and Eli Drake is so charismatic on them. He may not be the greatest wrestler, but he's definitely way better on the mic. I'll say that. Uh, so the next so yeah, you guys are probably wondering like, okay, so what? I talked about one great match, big whoop. So so far we have one great match, two shitty ass matches, a decent match, and a mediocre match, which wasn't that good. So, which was basically more of a brawl, and Eli Drake even teased like once or twice that he would leave by count out and lose by count out. But still, um, but this is where the pay per view really kicks into really like it shifts into next gear. The next match was but it may have been the blow off, I don't know, but it was the next match between it was Ethan Carter III and Mike Bennett. This match was pretty damn good. It wasn't great, maybe, but it was a pretty. These guys have good chemistry. I just would get these guys have yet to have not a stipulation, but like a real like a real like a gimmick match. Like if these guys were given like a no DQ match, like a no holds barred kind of match, these guys would fucking knock it out of the park. But as far as normal singles matches go, these guys have good chemistry. These guys had a really damn good match. And I love the story here. This was by far, and while it may not be the best match of the night, this was by far the most over match of the night. And hold on, let me just check the card real quick to see if I got my thing ready. Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember the rest of the card. I don't need the paper anymore. Just in case you guys wondering, you guys didn't catch up. The opening X Division title match, 4 stars. The singles match. No, the tag team match with Mahabali Shera and Grado and the Tribunal, 1 1/4 star. There's the Knockouts title match, 1 3/4 star. Storm and Braxton Sutter, 2.5 stars. Drake and Bram, 2 stars. So not looking too good until this match happened, and then it really kicks into gear. But I love the story of this match. The story of this match was, as we all know, EC3 had a win streak from Bound for Glory 2013 until just recently. Even though he lost matches here and there, he was never pinned. He may have lost matches, but he was never pinned. He was never submitted. He never truly lost a match. Whenever he lost a match, it would be like say count out or DQ. It would be it would be DQ or count out. It would be this one time it was a first blood match and he bled, but he never got pinned or submitted again. It would be like say like a multi-man match where even though he lost the match, he didn't get the pinfall. He didn't like hit the pinfall, I guess. Like the Bound for Glory match last year. Sorry about that. Anyways, the story here was that last month at Sacrifice, at least I think it was last month or maybe the month before, but the Sacrifice special TV show on Impact, Mike Bennett pinned EC3 to counter the I think it wasn't the chicken wing submission hold, but it was the $1 million dream finish, I think. Like the Ted DiBiase's old finish. It was that one. He countered it by kicking on the turnbuckle, basically rolling backwards and pinning EC3. That was the first time EC3 was ever pinned or submitted. Clean. The match, okay, yeah, Maria did interfere, but for the most part, it was a clean win. Especially since EC3 hit chair shots. But anyways, going off topic. The point is, this was EC3's redemption. He didn't care. At this point, he didn't really care about the rules too much. He didn't care about, he didn't even care about Maria. He didn't care about anything. He wanted to beat the ever-loving shit out of Mike Bennett. who both, by the way, both of them were on the mic on backstage tonight, and they were both great, especially EC3. EC3 even said during the build-up to this match, you're going, and it's like, EC3 is going to take you to church, and you're going to lose to God or something like that. Seriously, how the fuck did WWE let this guy go? Anyways. Damn, already 10 minutes went by. Anyways, EC3 beat Mike Bennett with you probably heard that outside, I don't know if you did, but he pinned Mike Bennett with three 1%ers, one earlier in the match. There was another one which was broken up by Maria, and then he had a third one which pinned Mike Bennett. I won't go into too much detail as to exactly what happened, but this was a great match. EC3, I think, hit a crossbody from inside the ring to the outside, maybe, I forget. Of course, Mike Bennett has that cutter, which looks pretty good. But these guys have good chemistry. And I think Mike Bennett has a chance here to shine in TNA. He had a chance to shine in Ring of Honor, but there was a lot of talent. There was plenty of talent there, and it was obviously Jay Lethal's time. Not so much for Mike Bennett. He went to TNA. You know at some point they're going to put the TNA title on him. So yeah, EC3 gets his redemption. Pretty damn good match. Check it out. That's the second of 4 matches I think you should check out. The third match is a Full Metal Mayhem match between what's been dubbed Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy. If you saw, and most people saw this, but if you saw that crazy ass video of Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, it's fucking nuts. And yes, it sucked. But two good things came out of it. One, we got this match. 2, Matt Hardy getting stuck on the bottom rope, which was hilarious. Okay, so what should I say about this match? It was a great match. What the hell else can I say? This was a great match. It wasn't, I give this, actually, I might be overrating this, but I fucking loved it. I give it 4 stars, which is probably better than their singles matches a few years ago. First at Vengeance 2001, and then their WrestleMania and Backlash matches. But still, this was probably better than most of... Yeah? Hold on, Mom, I'm making a video. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Dinner is ready, and French fries. Awesome. Anyway, homemade French fries. Anyways, this was a great match. There's some pretty good spots in here. Like when Jeff Hardy did a crossbody from from inside the ring to the outside on Matt Hardy on a table, I mean. There was a point where he got like this skinny ass ladder, but it was long as hell, which went from one side of the ring to the other. And if you haven't seen the 6-sided ring, it's a pretty big ring. And he did a swanton bomb. He did not a swanton, but he did a normal a splash on Matt Hardy. This was a great match. Matt Hardy's hair looked crazy, but the finish came when Jeff Hardy he hit the twist of fate. He put Matt Hardy. Hit the twist of fate on Matt Hardy on one table because there was 2 tables set up. Twist of fate on Matt Hardy on one table, and then he put the second table on second table. He put Matt Hardy on the second table. He put the second table on Matt Hardy. No, that sure shit did not happen. He put the second table on Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy went up on a ladder, hit the swanton bomb from in the ring on the ladder to the outside, which was a pretty cool spot, by the way. And your winner's Jeff Hardy, which probably spells the end of this feud, if not maybe a promo afterwards. I forget. Anyways, it was a great match. I gotta hurry this up here because I don't want to make a part 3. So let me just get this out of the way. The third match. Just want to make sure. The third match was the tag team title match between Decay Crazy Steve and Abyss, accompanied by Rosemary, who looks hot in that makeup, by the way, in my opinion, and the newly reformed tag team of the Bromans, Jesse Goddard's and Robbie E, which both of them were struggling in the mid card. They weren't doing that much. Putting them back together as a tag team did two things. One, it made them both noticeable again. Two, TNA needs more tag teams right now. They're struggling in the tag team department, and they took a couple steps forward by bringing back the Bromans, who by the end of their run was actually a decent tag team. And these guys have grown in the year that they were apart. Robbie E and Jesse Goddard's got a little better single stars, especially Jesse Goddard's. Jesse Goddard has one high ass drop kick, and he even did a jumping Hurricane Rana from the floor while Crazy Steve was on the turnbuckle. He did a jumping Hurricane Rana from it. And Jesse Goddard, he's not an X Division guy. In fact, he's got a few muscles on him, and the fact he could do that, he even pulled an AJ Styles, or he did a springboard forearm. This guy's pretty damn athletic, so he can do well. He's just not ready for the singles push just yet. Give him time, trust me. Robbie E will probably do fine enough, but anyways, my opinion, this match was short. I think this match went only like 7 minutes long. Wrong, 9.5 minutes, but still, this was a good match. This was a 3-star match. And even in the 9.5 minutes that it was given, this was a good match. Bromans were pretty over here, I think. They were accompanied by Raquel, who, if you remember, she was the one that was teasing something with Bobby Lashley earlier in the year, which nothing came out of it. Decay won. Well, actually, before I go to that, at one point, Rosemary tried to spit mist in Robbie E's face, or Jesse Goddard, I forget which one, and she spit in Abyss instead, and he gave Crazy Steve the choke slam, which almost got him a win, but later in the match, I think it was down to Robbie E. Jesse Goddard was sent out to the outside, I believe, or Robbie E, or maybe this was Goddard's, but I forget. I'm just gonna say Robbie E. He got hit by the black hole slam, and then while he was on the ground, this may be a new finisher actually. Abyss picked up Crazy Steve for what looked like a power bomb and power bombed him on Robbie E, and they scored the win 1-2-3. This was a pretty good match for the 9.5 minutes it was given. It wasn't a great match. It wasn't on the line. It wasn't along the lines of the other matches that I mentioned, but this was a good match in my opinion. Some people might disagree with me. I don't. I'm not one of those guys, so I think this is a good match personally. Main event of the night: Lashley and Galloway. By far the best match of the night. A solid 4 1/4 stars, which is what I gave it. This was a match that was billed as you can only win by submission or knockout, which means you had to either tap out or be knocked out in order to win or lose or whatever. So no pinfalls. This was basically a no count out, no disqualification, no pinfall match. You could only win by one way. Which, that was a good idea, considering the talent involved. These two guys beat the fuck out of each other. This was probably Lashley's best match in TNA. And probably Lashley's best match ever, now that I mention it. Yes, and Lundrick, if you're listening to this, you say the underrated gem for Lashley is the match with Cena, which was a great match. I think this match is better than the one with Cena. That's my opinion, but I do believe it. I can't say too much about this match other than that it was a fucking fight. Even though there was basically a no DQ stipulation, they didn't use a lot of weapons or stuff. In fact, I think there was only one spot where a weapon was used, and it was when Galloway he was gonna do his splash from inside the ring over and like a plunk like an over the top rope plancha, but Lashley was on a table. The Lashley got out of the way. Galloway hit back first into the table, and yeah. So this is almost like a boxing rules kind of match where you could also be knocked out, like you had to go to the count of 10. So this was a submission match mixed in with a last man standing match. That's what this match was, and they delivered. They delivered all right. Great match. Lashley won. He is your new he is your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I do think that Galloway should have had a longer reign, but Lashley is a fucking house of fire. You can't put the title on him when he's cold turkey. So I do kind of agree here. Lashley's your new TNA champion. He's probably gonna have a decent run. Galloway will probably win the title back at Bound for Glory. Maybe. So with that said, great match here. This show delivered, especially after it had the X Division title match. Yes, it had some okay moments, but the Storm Sutter match was okay. And it really kicked into gear with the EC3 Mike Bennett match. That was a really really good match. The Full Metal Mayhem in the main event was great. Even the tag team title matches I thought was good. Yes, we had some bad here, but I think there was more bad than good here. And I thought this was a good show. So tomorrow, guys, you'll either get my predictions for Money in the Bank, or you'll just get my Money in the Bank review. Probably right after the show, now that we have internet again for a little while. So with that said, guys, have a good night. Watch this show if you can. I may make a video later this night, maybe not. But until that time, guys, I'll see you later. Oh, shit. Hold on.